Yo, what's up, everyone? Just wanted to talk about, um, there's just so much work to be done. Like, if we ever want to do anything with any type of movement or any type of anything, there's just so much work to be done. And I personally, I drag my feet, and it's always that internal judgment. You don't know which way to go, but there's so many ways to go. There's infinite ways to go as far as work, as far as spreading the word, as far as doing something. And every one of you has so much work to do in your own lives. Whatever that work, what the work is you have to do. Like, God put you here for something, like for a purpose. And it's usually what you are most authoritative in. That's what I think. Like, what are you an authority in? Like, what do you most know about? What can you most contribute? What you most know about is usually what you like the most, because what you most know about is usually something that you've delved into in your life. Now if you're, 10, 12, 15, you're still, you can kind of choose whatever you want. Once you get, and there is no limit to knowledge or anything. You can do whatever you want, right? But usually there's like some type of mission that you have. No matter how small it is, no matter what it is, you usually have something that there's a lot of work that has to be done. Yet we all drag our feet. Yet we all, just, a lot of times just don't do anything. Just, stay inside. Stay inside internally. Don't externalize. And I was listening to Gary Vee the other day, and there's a lot of things I don't agree with him about, but he's really good, man, in a lot of things. And he was talking about offense. Like, there's this one college basketball team who used to win their games like 147 to 140, just no defense, all offense, just all fast breaks, go, 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 the pace, the speed, and we should live our lives like that, with speed. And what slows us down is that judgment, is that internal judgment, is that inner critic, that we all have. And we got to get rid of that inner critic, and just go, speed. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the result. Just keep on working. It's not going to be perfect. It's not going to be great. But just keep on going. Keep on doing it every day. Whatever you have to do, keep on doing it every day. And so, yeah, that's like on a personal level what we all have to do. The other thing I wanted to talk about is the body, which is totally, completely different, right? But like, I've come to know and realize that the body is not, like, we are not our bodies. Our body is something separate. Like, we are consciousness, right? Like, what you are, what your identity is that consciousness, is that choice. It's that something inside of you where you're an entity of choice. Like, there's some type of spirit inside of you that is essentially you, and it can choose, and it feels love. It does everything. But you're not your body. Like, you reside in this body, but that's not what you are. So you really have to make that distinction. So when a lot of times in meditation and in peace, you can make that distinction. You can clearly just talk to your body. It's a separate entity. Think of it as a separate entity. You're residing within it. And so you can talk to your body. There's living, your body's made up of billions of living organisms, that you have command over, because they rely upon your spirit and energy, in a sense, because you're like the captain of that ship, right? And so it's your energy that's going to define, what all these other entities in your body do. So you got to treat your body well. You got to, and part of our dragging our feet and everything, there's a lot of addictions, there's a lot of things that we fall in. It's always this battle between, spirit and the flesh, right? And it's hard to figure, but the more you get into addictions and into, just feeding the flesh, feeding, however, whatever your downfalls are, right? I mean, it just gives you less and less energy. It drains energy away from you, And so, offense, right? The more offensive minded we are in life, I mean, it goes both ways, there's a lot of people who are super offensive minded, have a bunch of addictions, right? But it all goes back to what you have in your heart. But today's message is more about work. It's about doing things. It's about not sitting on your ass, not just letting things happen. We all have a mission. No one feels good about doing that. No one feels good about just laziness. That's one of the worst things you can do, is just live a life of laziness. You don't feel good. You don't live a fulfilled life. But back to the body. So when you make that distinction, you're residing within this body, this skeleton, this structure. Speak to your gut. Speak to your mind. Speak to your body as a whole. Thank your body. Love your body. Give it love and let it be. One of the main things I learned I went to this Vipassana meditation course, and I learned a lot of things throughout this like 10-day course, but I learned that you have to allow your body to feel. So you have to let go. Your consciousness creates tension within your body. And when you let go of that tension, your body is allowed to feel. It's allowed to breathe. You have to allow your body to breathe. Allow your body to breathe. And the more tension, the more stress you carry within your consciousness, because that's just within that entity inside of you that's choosing to stress, right? And that spirit, just sends all the messages to the body that it also must be stressed, right? It also must feel, all these different things. And so that's when disease comes about and all that. So when we choose to not do that, turn that off, turn that stress off, allow your body to do what your body needs to do. Let it, just leave it alone. And you can see that distinction after a while. Just let your body be. Your body knows what to do. Your body heals itself. It's an amazing thing, you have a scar, you have something, and your body can heal. And there's thousands of cases also of I don't know what they call it, but regeneration. Like if you break something, you can actually regenerate, your body. Not only it heals alone, but through your consciousness, you can regenerate and bring health back to a cancerous body, or to to a sick body through your consciousness, through your belief, and through your, through that entity that lives within your body. The more love we have, the more, the more we're in the spirit of the Lord inside our body and projecting that to our body, the more our body's going to be healthy. And so that's, I had a nice experience yesterday with that. And I just wanted to share that. And so that was the second thing. And I think that's it for tonight. The other thing also is kind of like a third topic, but is the whole cooperation versus competition, right? Theme. And we're moving from competition to cooperation. We have to make that shift. Competition is against. It's that win-lose mentality versus win-win. We have to move from win-lose to win-win. In everything, in all our relationships, it's always win-win. And business is doing a great job at that. The only problem with business is that once you start getting into big institutions, especially, the essence of a business or the objective of the business is growth. And so it loses sight of, a lot of times it does lose sight of win-win situations. And it just wants to dominate, like not cooperate. It wants to dominate others, control others versus cooperate, win-win. And so that's what big business runs into. It's like a power struggle within the business, because the message is always that they are here to serve the client, right? Big business is here to serve, or businesses in general. Customer service is number one. We're here to serve. We're here to. The client is always right, and that, in essence, is what it should be, right? But if your objective is to grow as an entity, then that's not. What are you going to sacrifice? Growth, or are you going to sacrifice client being number one? In the end, and it's the client suffers in the end. But so as we move towards cooperation, there's that mindset of abundance. That's a good mindset to have. And it's the cooperative mindset. Like, we don't have to worry about competing. We don't have to worry about surviving. No one's going to take your place. Someone comes in town with the same business as you. You don't have to worry about them. There's enough to go around. That's the mentality. Like, there's enough business to go around. There's enough to go around. And, just worry on yourself, like your business. Doing the best that you can in what you're doing. Serving, leading productive lives, leading productive businesses, doing good to others. That's what you have to concentrate on the art of your business, the creativity within your business, there's an art form in everything that we do. And the more you become keen on that art, and keen on, just making that art better and better and better, and becoming a better and better, you become, that's where you get a lot of fulfillment in. But if it's just about churning, growth, we lose that sense of art in our business, the sense of doing something well, doing something to perfection, doing something right, the right way. And so, and the abundance attitude is not worrying about survival. It's just worrying about staying, it's not worrying, but it's being within the spirit and projecting that spirit in everything that we do. And then that's what the source of creativity, that's the source of great ideas, great things happen within that spirit. And so when you're within that spirit, you're not worried about competition. You're not worried about the other guy who's trying to take over your territory. You're not worried about that. You actually, and we actually, when you're helpful, when you're cooperative with everyone, it's karma. I mean, everything comes back. What you do to others, you do to yourself. One of the main, laws of nature. What you do to yourself, you do to others. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be good to others. Cooperate. Don't be harsh on yourself. And this is a good one for me. But, so anyway, my 2 cents for tonight. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.